Today we're gonna see how do you set up a Java decompiler in your local system. Java decompiler, a reverse process of compilation. Compilation means like converting a Java to class file, right? Bytecode. So now using decompiler, you have to extract the source code from the class file. That is a use of setting up Java decompiler in your environment. Please visit us at our YouTube channel, Priest, for more learning videos. Subscribe the channel and then support us. Thank you and happy learning. As you know, we see Java C compiler. Using Java C compiler, we generate a Java source code into class file, right? Now we are trying to do like reverse engineering. Let's assume that you have a class file, but you wanted to see source code from that class file. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible because Java C is a compiler. Similarly, we have a JD like in a Java decompiler, which basically aim it to actually extract the source code from the class file. Java decompiler is a tool. We have a the 4 different versions which are available under GPL v6 license. As per the development point of view, I think you feel free to use whatever it is. Commercially, there is the few constraints that you have to go through. JD GUI and JD Eclipse plugin, JD Core, are the main Java decompiler projects which we can use as a tool to extract extract the source code from the class file. So you could go and actually look at java-decompiler.github.io, where you can actually see that all options. We have releases like a .jar file and JD GUI 1.6.6 main.jar. At the time of this video recording, these are the the versions that are available. You might actually see that latest version. Depends upon your timeline. We have a RPM, we have a tar files, we have the zip file. I would prefer to use like in a zip, which I can download and then extract and then just play with it, right? Here you go. Once the file gets downloaded, upon your download link, what I can see is like the file gets downloaded into your download folder of your system, right, in your PC or laptop. So this is what the the file that I get downloaded, JDGUI Windows 1.6.6 zip file. I extracted that file into same folder, right? I unzipped the basically the folder. So now I can see this is what my source code. I could see like a JD-GUI graphical user interface exe file and associated. So I can run this file. If I run this, it has its own limitation, but because this particular application is being built on Java runtime environment 1.8, and hence I would actually try install that precisely for this JD decompiler to run. What I would do, right, I already downloaded JRE 8 version. Let me actually install this now. Okay, so I'm installing. That's good. So what I will do, like this gives me like a kind of like a warning stating that like this is like a non-commercial version. So for you as a developer, probably you can use it, but you can't commercialize if at all you are trying to do something on this. Okay, so make sure I think you follow the policies in place. Okay, so now what I will do, like I will try install it. So it takes a few the minutes, not much. It is a quick one. Almost I'm done. All right. Okay, seems it is successful. You have successfully installed the Java. That's good. So that means now we can close it. Try launch my application. Okay, So it is launching. That's nice. See, you have now the Java decompiler. Here you go. Once the file gets downloaded upon your download link, what I can see is like the file gets downloaded into your download folder of your system, right, in your PC or laptop. So this is what the the file that I get downloaded, JDQA Windows 1.6.6 zip file. I extracted that file into same folder, right. I unzip the basically the folder. So now I can see this is what my source code. I could see like a JD-GUI graphical user interface exe file and associated. So I can run this file. If I run this, it has its own limitation, but because this particular application is being built on Java runtime environment 1.8, and hence I would actually try install that precisely for this JD decompiler to run. What I would do, right, I already downloaded JRE 8 version. Let me actually install this now. Okay, so I'm installing. That's good. So what I will do, like this gives me like a kind of like a warning stating that like this is like a non-commercial version. So for you as a developer, probably you can use it, but you can't commercialize if at all you are trying to do something on this. Okay, so make sure I think you follow the policies in place. Okay, so now what I will do, like I will try install it. So it takes a few the minutes, not much. It is a quick one. Almost I'm done. All right. Okay, seems it is successful. You have successfully installed the Java. That's good. So that means now we can close it. Try launch my application. Okay, so it is launching. That's nice. See, to demonstrate how Java decompiler works, what we can do, like we can create a Java sample project using your Eclipse IDE. So here is my package name, and then here is my file. The file, if you look at the source file java main.java, where I have like the few executable statements and then few comments. Comments are non-executable. So I would actually let this program runs. I'm sure I think it's already compiled. If runs, what you get is like the output. The output would be sum of given two numbers is 300. So 100 and 200, 300. That's good. This is what I think we know. So let's see like next step. Now what we have to do, we will assuming that like we are going to export this file as a jar file, like an archive file, by using like an export option under file menu, right. What I do, you can see that go to file and go to export, right. So when you get the export, you will see this jar file is what I wanted to create out of my the file structure, which I will do. So click on next, it will generate. So if I would recap what we did, actually we downloaded the Java decompiler on your system, and then it has a dependency of JRE, and then we installed that as well. So now this application is going to be launched without having an issue, which we demonstrated, right. So if we double click this one, this is how I think it came up as a menu. That is fine. So now what you have to do is like how you are going to use this to import your file and then see source code, right. What we did that we compiled as a sample program, and then we also see that how class file getting generated, and then in the file system where you can see them, right. What we did that we export that complete project as a jar file, and then which we copied into some directory in our file system, right. Now we know the source file where it get downloaded. So what we do, like we drag and drop that file into your what we can call it as this Java decompiler, the application. Here is what I have, jd underscore test.jar is a file that is given while I was exporting from IDE. What I would do is like I will drag this into this. You see how I did it? Here you go. So now we have complete source path you can see on the Java decompiler. So if you look at this is what the structure that we created, right? com mathsbridge dot underscore hyphen. So do you remember, this is what the the project that we created? This is the source file, and then upon my export, the jar file which I downloaded back, imported back to JD compiler by drag and drop. Now I could see this is what the Java decompiler seeing my jar file. So if you look at this package, right, I can explore this. This is the Java main.class file, right, which is corresponding to your Java main.java file. So now you can double click this. This is what the source code which I get it. Do you see now the difference between these two? Right, I have the package name, I have the class name, I have the main, and then all the white spaces, you see this is like structured properly to see it, and then all white spaces and the new line, what you can call it as the comments, all gone, because those are called as a non-executable statements. Class file doesn't have them, right? Compiler won't take it while it compiles the code. So compiling process takes care of only considering the executables. That's why I could see like int num declared and initialized, but it showing me as a declaration and then assignment done at a single state. Both are equal, right? Variable declaration and initialization put together is one state. That's what a decompiler recognizing. You also see 70, we have a declared as a sum, but we computing them here, put them together as equal as int sum, and then you have s printf. Do you see now? At least merely like entire source code is now you could see from class file to source mapping by using like a Java decompiler. This is one of the best method for actually if you have a Java code in terms of a class files or jar file, but trying to see what the source code look like, and then Java decompiler is as a capability, as a feature to extract complete source code from class files, right? This is very beautiful and very important utility which we may need it during your reverse engineering of the code, sometimes like to extract the source out of your class files. But there are the cases where you have a complete jar executable jar file, but you don't have like a source code for it. But this is one of the way that you can extract the source code out of your class files. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, click on bell icon and leave the comments. Happy learning. Thank you. Stay tuned to upcoming sessions.